What up, everybody? It's V. Just another Giants video for you on a quiet, very cool, cloudy Sunday here. New York, New York. What I want to talk about is this Giant fan base is so excited. This season couldn't get here any quicker. But let's enjoy the draft. Let's enjoy this. It's been a long time. The process has finally reached towards the upper part of the ladder. There's 4 players I want to talk about today. Very important draft for the Giants. And with all the trades that happened this week between Miami, San Francisco, and Philadelphia. And Philadelphia made out all right, come away with 3 first-round picks next year because they're going to need it. And their first one's going to be pretty high. Maybe even 1. It's going to be a bad year for those Eagles. And, listen, gotta tip my hat to the Miami Dolphins, man. Their organization hasn't been around this well in a long time. You know? Oh, wind's taking away my Giants wannabe flag towel. Let's get serious here. Check it out. Okay? There's 4 players at 11. The Giants are going to be sitting gold at 11. There goes my flag. There's 4 players sitting at 11 that I have my eyes on. Okay? Listen. Pitts won't be there. And Penny Sewell, I wish, won't be there. Probably Cincinnati at 5. I'm expecting 4 quarterbacks to go real early. Listen. Waddle, Devontae Smith, and Waddle's much better than Devontae Smith. Trust me. Go look at the stats before he got injured. It wasn't close. The only way we're taking a wide receiver is if Chase somehow dropped to 11, which probably won't happen. But with what's been going on now, there is a chance. Chase is at 11. You don't have a choice. You're forced to take that type of guy. You can't pass up on that type of guy. But in reality, Chase won't be there and Pitts won't be there. And honestly, even though I'm a guy that loves Pitts, I wouldn't take Pitts at 11 anyway. Because here's the thing. A lot of people, listen, this isn't fantasy football. I've told you this before. For fantasy football, yeah, go take Devontae Smith at 11 or Waddle. But this isn't fantasy football. We want to win a championship. And honestly, we're getting there. We're not that far off. We're not there yet. But this is where I want to come up with the pieces in the first 2 rounds this year to really put us in a Super Bowl contending spot over the next 2-3 years. All right? So here's my guys. I'm going to go with 4-1. Aziz from Georgia. This guy is a fast, vicious edge rusher off the edge. Pure edge rusher. Gets after the backfield and after the quarterback. Okay? Knows how to bend around on the turn. You know what? Very good player. Number 3. And I love this guy. Kwity Paye. Okay? Kwity Paye is a monster. I watched that pro day the other day. Not only is this guy ripped, but this guy's the size of a tank. A tank! This guy is like a human tank, man. The thing about Kwity Paye, he fits past Giants' systems. The guy's a beast in the run game. He will shut down the run. Okay? He knows how to cut and sand. When I say cut and sand, that means he knows how to shift by watching the way the offensive line is moving to what side they're moving to. Right away, he picks up on that play where they're running the ball. He's amazing at stuff in the run. He knows how to shift and cover the ground. He can close that, shut down the edge. He's not the edge rusher. He's not the pass edge rusher that Aziz is or even Russo. And I'm not even getting into Russo right now. That's another player I like, but we're going to stick with these four. Kwity Paye needs to be taught a little more how to get after the quarterback. And we know with the Giants system right now, we're so good on the interior that we're looking for maybe a pure edge rusher. But you always want a guy that could learn and get better at stopping the run as well. So I don't know if Kwity Paye's our guy, although I think he's going to be a special defensive end. Honestly, if we don't draft him, I'm pinning him at the Vikings at 14. They love those type of guys. Listen, number 2 and 1 are so hard for me. Number 2 and 1 are both right there. They're even to me. You guys already know the guy I love. And I'm going to do something a little bit against of what my heart wants. Listen, my heart wants Micah Parsons out of Penn State. Generational linebacker. He's a beast edge rusher. And if you don't think so, go take a look at his highlights. Go look. He can easily be turned into a pure edge rusher, but why would you want him? When you can line him up in the middle and he can blitz up the middle insanely. He could come out to the edge, stand up linebacker. When's the last time we had a linebacker of a Micah Parsons type? You got to go back to the 80s. Lawrence Taylor, Carl Banks. That's the last time we drafted a linebacker in the first round. It was Carl Banks. That's so long ago, man. Some of you kids weren't even born. Probably not even close to being born. Your parents probably weren't even married yet. Check it out. Micah Parsons puts this defense at a top 2 or 3 level in the NFL. You could argue it would be the best defense in football for a bunch of years to come with our ridiculous secondary and how strong our defensive tackles are. And that's why I want the guy. And he plays so vicious. And he brings such an intimidating leadership. It's like the only thing we're missing on this D is a nasty guy to take all our sophisticated, smart, athletic defensive players and give them a nasty, angry chip on their shoulder. That's Micah Parsons. Forget the nonsense he was involved in. He was a kid. And it wasn't all that bad anyway, okay? Go prove it. Dude was a college kid. I'm sure he learned a lot from that. And you can't ask for a better organization and a head coach to take a lion and make him a lion on the field, but a mensch off the field. A leader. And number 1, and I'm only taking this guy, he's not the sexy pick that all the fans want. He's not going to give you fantasy stats. On draft night, you're not going to go nuts and rub it in other fans' faces because you didn't get a Waddle or a Pitts or a Devontae Smith, who I'm not really highest on to begin with. The number 1 guy the New York Giants should take if he's there. And Gettleman will not pass on him. And won't allow Judge to talk him into passing on him. The one guy that solidifies all the value we just poured into our offense. All the money we've spent. The Beast Hog Molly, who's right there, right at the top in the nation next to Penny Sewell. At 11, if he's there, the New York Giants have to draft Rashawn Slater. Rashawn Slater, he's a beast. Go watch the highlights. Go read about him. An All-American. A blocking bulldozer. Go check out this guy's highlights. Chase Young is a savage, right? We all agree Chase Young is a savage. This guy tossed Chase Young all around the floor like he was a nobody, like he's irrelevant. A beast. He made a beast look irrelevant in almost every game he played against him. And that alone might warrant the reason why we pick him. To deal with Chase Young twice a year for the next 12 years. Huh? You gotta think smart. Slater. He's not the sexy pick. He's not gonna make you go nuts. He's not gonna give you fantasy stats and dance in the end zone. But you know what he's gonna do? He's gonna be one of the best blockers in football. Okay? He's gonna allow Jones. He's gonna protect your 2 most valuable pieces here. Daniel Jones, Saquon Barkley. He's going to open holes for Barkley. He's going to allow Jones the extra time to throw the ball deep to Kenny Galladay and other weapons we brought in. Rudolph, Ingram, Slayton. Even Ross will get involved. Bottom line, this O-line we've been dealing with for 7 years trying to put together, Slade is the final piece to solidify this O-line and allow the Giants to be a terror in the NFC East for the next how many years. Young, strong team. Most of all, you saw Barkley in his rookie year with no O-line. Imagine a healthy Barkley this year with a real NFL offensive solid line. And the tight ends on each side to block. Smith, Rudolph, you brought in a fullback. Okay? Kenny Galladay downfield commands a double team on that side of the secondary. You can't put eight in the box against Barkley up against this line. If you do, we're beating you downfield on the play action. If you back up into a zone, Barkley's running through holes. The Giants are going to be a serious problem. And we already know the Giants will have a top 5 defense this year. If the offense is anywhere in the top 15, and I think it's going to be in the top 10, this Giants team's a problem. And all the haters out there that say, oh, no, you're not that good. Oh, you only won 6 games. Good luck. Oh, Gettleman doesn't know what he's doing. Stephen A. Smith was chuckling and laughing, right? Keep that video. Because Max is going to stick that in his face midway through this season. All those haters out there, they weren't talking about the Giants before. When 3/4 of the country hates your team again, guess what that means? They're scared. It's a team that people are worried about. The New York Giants are relevant. We're going to be a factor. We're going to batter the Cowboys to win the NFC East. Washington's good, but they don't have the quarterback. Not going to last 17 weeks. I love Micah Parsons. If we get him, I will be excited. If the Giants get Slater, you might not be excited as a Devontae Smith or a Waddle, but just know, that's the wise move. Slater doesn't win fantasy. Slater's going to get us a 5th Lombardi.